Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, where you been? You don't call me, you don't send flowers. I'm kidding. Listen, how you doing? So, what we're going to be talking about today is what was sent to me by a community member and what was sent to her by my Patriot supply. And I read through this and a little bit, and I was like, wow, really, really good points here, so I wanted to bring this to your attention because, this, what they say is extremely concerning, So it goes like this, food is essential for survival. Well, yeah, obviously. Which is why you would think food security would be more of a priority for our national government. They could give a shite about us. All right, that's why. That's why it's not a priority. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, it says, especially after how quickly we saw our food supply and supply chain almost come to a halt as a result of the pandemic. While you would think what we went through for the past 2 years would bring a reckoning, a renewed appreciation for our agricultural sector, our farming communities are actually experiencing the exact opposite. In fact, there's a war on Americans' farmers right now. And now consider the fact that the Chinese government is prioritizing food security. This will put China significantly ahead of America and allow China major leverage over U.S. supply chains. So China has prioritized food security for several decades, which it's being at the forefront of the country's 5-year plans. So here are some of the ways China is trying to make its country less dependent on other countries for food. They have increased food production, boosting agricultural research and development, studying seed modernization. They started stockpiling food. They've been preventing food waste. They've been buying food manufacturing plants in the United States. Hold up. Wait a minute. Is this the answer to why we've been seeing so many fires? Because they want to buy up or build more, so why not burn ours down first and replace it with theirs? That makes more sense than anything else. No kidding. And the next one is they're buying up the farmland in the U.S. So why is China focusing on food insecurity? In April 2021, the Chinese president declared that food security is an important foundation for national security. So why is it so important? Well, there are obviously several reasons of why it's so important. First, China has experienced significant population growth As a result, they need more food to feed their booming population. Second, China has suffered famine before. During the 1950s, millions of Chinese citizens died because of hunger. And finally, they want to make sure they can control the food. If you control the food, you control the people. All right, Henry Kissinger, you know. And the president was quoted as saying, the Chinese president, he was quoted as saying, the food of the Chinese people must be made by and remain in the hands of the Chinese. Now, if China is forced to depend on other countries for food to survive, they will not be in control. And that's what they want. And they want to control their people, and they want to be the agricultural powerhouse of the world. There's a like a newspaper type thing. It's called the China Daily, okay? And they even reported that the president highlighted food security as a major issue, calling it calling it that the nation cannot afford to be complacent about. The notions that food security is no longer an important matter in the age of industrialization, or that China could rely on the international market as a solution. China must stabilize the production of its staple food and corn, expand the acreage of soybeans and other oil crop cultivation, keep its annual grain output at more than 650 million metric tons, and ensure its food self-sufficiency. Now, how China's food security plans hurt America, and this right here is the concerning part. It's easy to dismiss China's food security plans as something taking place on the other side of the world, right? But there will be direct repercussions in the U.S. According to the U.S. China Economic and Security Review Commission, these efforts present several risks to U.S. economic and national security. For example, Chinese companies' acquisition of hog herds in the U.S. may save China money and enhance its domestic capacity. However, this could also reduce China's need for U.S. sourced production and redistributes the environmental effects of hog waste in U.S. communities. If further consolidations and Chinese investments in U.S. agriculture assets take place, well, then China may have undue leverage over U.S. supply chains. And China's access to U.S. agriculture IP may also erode U.S. competitiveness in agriculture technology that supports food production. Also, China's illicit acquisitions of GM seeds, provides a jumpstart to China's own development of such seeds, deprives U.S. companies of revenue, and offers an opportunity to discover vulnerabilities in U.S. crops. In addition, consider the way America is already hindering its own farmers and food manufacturing plants with new regulations. Now, while we are investing time and money in green energy, sustainable farming methods, China has dismantled solar farms to create more productive agricultural land. So, what can you do to practice food self-sufficiency? Well, the truth is, America is already behind when it comes to food self-sufficiency. If we face something extreme, we cannot depend on our government to feed us. We all know this, okay? We have to be able to feed ourselves. We have to become more self-sufficient. Have to. And we have to do it now. It's not, well, I'll wait. Well, I don't have the time. No more. Stay aware. Know what is happening so you can stay ahead of supply shortages. Grow your own food. I have helped multiple people start their freedom gardens. Okay? Start collecting your seeds and growing food for your own yard. Start a hobby farm. Now is the time to raise your own meat if you can in your area. Okay? I know a lot of us can't because we live in the suburbs or the city or yada, yada, yada. But there are a lot of us that can. Support local farms. American farmers and ranchers need our support now more than ever before. Befriend them. Support them. Do whatever we can. Okay? Stock up. Stock up now. Invest in your own insurance policy. You know what I'm talking about. You know that prepping food is like having an insurance policy. Even if you are just learning, if you are new to prepping, like I said in a previous video, prep with your and get your mind mentally ready. Then go with your body. Get your body ready, okay, for what is coming. And then let's talk about starting your stockpile, okay? Start small and then build from there. You don't want to dump thousands of dollars all at once and then say, I don't even know what the heck I got. How much food do we have? Do we have a month, 2 months, 3 months? Okay. Start small. Start with 2 weeks, then go to a month, then 2 months, then 3 months, then 4, and you got to build from there, build from there, build from there. And then you're going to definitely say, well, I really don't know what I have. Then you're going to need to get into an inventory system. And the one inventory system that I support through and through, 110%, is Prepper Nerd's inventory system. It's offline, okay? So you don't have to worry about nobody getting into your shite and knowing what you got, all right? And, I mean, it's literally balls to the wall, the best out there. I don't care what anybody says, all right? Now, his link to his inventory system is in the description box below. All right, I highly suggest you guys get on the ball with that. All right, know what you got. I'm serious. Okay. But you know, you got to start somewhere, and I suggest you start small. You don't want to, I'm telling you, because it gets overwhelming. It really does. Okay, but you got to prep this first. You got to read all you can. Read all you can. And like I said, I've got so many PDFs. So many. I can send them all to you. Just email me. All right? All right. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe. You stay positive. You keep prepping. And as always, fear less.